What's up you all, Zuriel here. It is official. In today's video we are going to be talking about the downturn of the long decade bull market as hiked home prices stay on the market for much longer, interest rates increasing causing lower valuations of properties, and simply B, the market has been out of control since the influx of stimulus to the nation and of course globally over the last few years. As we follow along the lines of the current conditions, we will discuss the context, exactly what is happening today, the data behind the thinking, the markets that will be most affected, and how to make you money. In today's long titled episode, Baby Boomer Prices Are Back, Baby. Yes, I thought of that. As millennials and Gen Z finally have a chance when everything falls, sarcastically. Regardless, something I can guarantee all generations will be able to afford is the price paid in subscribing, if you haven't already. It's totally free, it takes a split second, and for doing so, the debt I repay you in is with a picture of a baby zebra smiling at you. Thank you so much, and to where we are. Now, what is being done to remedy the current market conditions? Well, the only assured guarantee is that this will not end up like the 2008 housing crisis, as this isn't just about banks carelessly giving to anyone. The current nuance to this recession, as it has been redefined by the feds, is literally the feds, specifically the Federal Reserves, as they are the bank for banks. Remember back in 2018 when interest rates were at a height of 5%? Then once the pandemic hit, the Federal Reserve rate dropped down to a 0%. In compensation to the global shutdown of the market, unless it was an essential job, then that lost meaning real quick. At a Federal Reserve rate of 0%, banks were lending at 4% in 2019. Then zoom past to 2021, 3 years of a rather interesting economic structure happening, we were granted lows of a 2.7% as a grace period, until it ended just a few months ago in 2022. I say grace period to break the fourth wall, as my significant other and I have purchased our first primary home as a future investment property at a beautiful 3% interest rate, paying our first mortgage payment in February of 2022. With everyone at a 2.7 to 3% interest rate, all you can be doing is pulling Hail Marys. Okay, back to the third wall. What is the October 2022 deal? Interest rates are at an all-time high of reaching peaks of 7%, homes being on the market for many months, and if the purchase price of a home isn't accounting a proper appraisal, let's just say price reductions aren't the beauty a seller wants to hear. As a side note, rather than price reduction, sellers' concessions save deals, as what the price reduction would be, it could be the solution for a win-win for both the buyer and seller. Within the Redfin graph, there is an alarming amount of home buyers who have been backing out of deals within the last few months. Silver lining being that this didn't peak like the 17.2% in 2020, even when interest rates were at a low of 3.75%, as well as within the July to August section, the backing out rate has gone down not by a staggering 1%, but a 0.3%. Optimism aside, truth be told, the monthly housing report given by the National Association of Realtors, who publishes their data on the latest market conditions, such as property pricing, mortgage trends, market inventory, and more, all to give their insight on the future economic state, states that for the first time in 10 years, home prices have started to fall. Let's talk about the big bubble. Home sales are the metric used to indicate how many homes are sold within a month. This generally gives a better indication of market inventory, demand, and the buyer's willingness to close on a home. As of the current statistics, according to the NAR, home sales have dropped by 0.4% in August, while in comparison to just last year, August 2021, 19.9% less. To exacerbate this evermore, 81% of homes sold in August of this year have sold within 1 month or less. Secondly, monthly supply. This refers to the number of months it takes for inventory to sell on the market. Such as 10,000 homes on the market, 1,000 sold a month means a 10-month supply of homes. Wouldn't that be great? The current active listings within the entire United States is at 735,000. Quite frankly, not impressive to the doubled 1.4 million in July 2016. Though in February 2022, there was only half accounting as 347,000. One thing to notate is as stimulus hit the pockets of people and interest rates bombed down, all this created the perfect artificial bull market, then was intensified by the scarcity of homes. Hence the 347K number. Then, as the feds realized this was unsustainable, a housing correction came in place as the 2.7% poofed out of existence, and the solid 7 started to take over out of nowhere. Consider this: the amount of control that the Federal Reserves have over interest rates creates the mirage of gains and losses. So here's an example. But as a preface, statistics compiled by organizations such as the NAR assemble their data over 30 to 60 days. So what is discussed now is only a reflection of what was said. So let's use the average August home price 2 months ago across the entire United States. But as a clean number, $390K. At a $390K price point with a 7% interest rate and simply removing HOA home insurance with property taxes, because free from feds imagination gives us a $2,076 monthly mortgage. Now, in contrast with the lows of a 3% interest rate, the exact $2,076 monthly payment would reflect as $615,000 about. In conclusion, I've been chasing that same highlight of my life with my woman for 8 months now. Jokes aside, the current predicament that faces the market is home buyers who have purchased back when interest rates were at an all-time low are holding as the market is fluctuating. As for new home buyers, they'd rather just wait until things smooth out. So 2 things need to happen: either interest rates fall or home prices fall. And if neither happens, well, let's just say home unaffordability will continue to skyrocket. To the statement of how to make your money, simply save so you create your capital, and have a realtor who can represent you with the current market concepts if you aren't one already or have one. What you should be seeing in this current market is discounts from negotiations such as sellers' concessions, as is being on the buyer's side, less buyers from higher interest rates, more homes on the market, sellers being conservative with purchase prices, and open houses being empty, hence why I was able to finish the script. Regardless, for home buyers, just look at the current market as discounts becoming available. And honestly, you can always refinance down the line. 7% is not going to be there forever. And as for sellers, that exponential growth has been hitting different. Nothing has really changed. Things are just slowing down. Nothing is going on the downturn. Because, honestly, for the last 3-4 years, things have been going up in value at least 100%. Until next time, I'm Zuriel Rangel-Almendarez, and I wish you well. Peace. I think I'm going to include a blooper section at the end, looking at you directly for people who are still watching even after. Because this is my camera stops recording after a certain amount of time, and I didn't know that until I checked the recording to see if this actually came out as to what I wanted, and I was missing 20 minutes of footage. Yeah, I just cut it. Also, one more thing to mention, as I live in Arizona, is that 31% of homes as of 2021 are owned by corporations, and I mean, specifically single-family dwellings, but that's really interesting. And I don't know how I feel about that, because the home that I have with my woman, we took ourselves off the title and put our company as the title. And we went from an LLC to be seen as an S Corp. So technically we fall under that now. It's just something to look at. So instead of being, paying someone else's mortgage, get your own mortgage. Get that commitment. See y'all. For real. Oh, I didn't pause the the audio. I don't know. Wasn't even recording. Oh.